My name is Maria Weimer. I'm a member of the Swedish Parliament from the Liberal Party. I am also a member of the Association of the Right Livelihood Award that we have in the Parliament, called Särla in Swedish. And it is my honor today to introduce Ms. Zeynep Oral, who will give the acceptance speech. She is a columnist at the Cumhuriyet paper. She's also a writer, and she's the president of PEN Turkey. On behalf of all Särla members, allow me to express our solidarity with the Cumhuriyet staff who are in prison at this time for writing articles for the paper. We joined the Right Livelihood Award Foundation in calling for their immediate release. And I am truly impressed by the Cumhuriyet paper and the fearless journalism and the courageous defense of the freedom of speech. I had the honor to be seated at the same table as Ms. Oral, and she was in a very fine way resuming her work. She said, to be or not to be afraid, that is the question. Dear Zeynep Oral, the floor is yours.
Dear Mr. Jakob von Uexküll, dear members of the jury of the Right Livelihood Award, and dear guests. To receive an award is always very special. To receive this award, known throughout the world as the Alternative Nobel Prize, has a greater importance than you can imagine for the Cumhuriyet newspaper. Before I share with you the meaning of this award for us, I would like to forward the message of Mr. Orhan Erinç, the chairman of the Cumhuriyet Foundation. Quote, on behalf of Cumhuriyet, I would like to express my gratitude to the jury members for honoring us with the Alternative Nobel Prize and thus giving us an unmeasurable support in these difficult days. I also congratulate our fellow laureates who share the award with us. We will do our best to be worthy of this valuable award and never give up defending democracy, freedom, and secularism, no matter what. I close the quotation. Mr. Erinç wanted to convey this message to you himself, but it was not possible. He is not allowed to leave the country. The daily newspaper Cumhuriyet is the oldest newspaper of the Republic of Turkey. It's as old as the Republic. The name of the newspaper was given by the founder of the Republic, Mustafa Kemal Atatürk. It's considered to be a reference newspaper both in Turkey and around the world. The strength of our newspaper comes from its readers and from those who work there. The strength comes also from defending the rights of the people who have been unjustly treated, from standing side by side with those who are oppressed and exploited, from being the voice of those who cannot raise their voices, from supporting gender equality in the society, from supporting nature and environment as priorities, from supporting peace and tolerance against violence and hate, and diversity of voices against a single voice. And we get our strength from never giving up our search for truth. Cumhuriyet presents the enlightened and the contemporary and the secular face of Turkey. In Cumhuriyet's past, there have been days when our journalists have been killed, days when our journalists have been thrown into prison. Today in Turkey, where democracy, justice, separation of powers, the freedom of expression, freedom of press, is considered as almost non-existent, our newspaper has faced a vulgar and an unjust attack. On 31st of October, 12 journalists and foundation managers were arrested at 5 o'clock in the morning at their homes and taken into custody. This was the start of the operation to silence Cumhuriyet. After 5 days, 2 of our senior journalists were released but were prohibited from traveling abroad. 10 of our friends were imprisoned and accused of supporting terrorism just because of what they have written or drawn. We, the ones who are not in prison, we continue to publish our newspaper. We try to keep Cumhuriyet alive without giving up defending democracy, freedom of press, and secularism. We are struggling against countless difficulties. This is true. The support of our readers, the solidarity meetings arranged in our backyard or in our garden at almost every hour of the day, which you saw on the screen, our commitment to freedom of thought and expression, our respect of the right of getting objective news makes our task easier for us. The solidarity that we receive from Turkey and from abroad has a great significance. Being awarded the Alternative Nobel Prize has a very special meaning. The award expresses the feeling that we are not alone in these difficult days, dominated by aggression and violence, that we should not be afraid. The award declares to the whole world that we are not going to give up and abandon our commitments because of the oppression. We are totally aware that without freedom of thought and expression, it is not possible to maintain democracy, to have rights or any freedom, to develop any knowledge, to have a discussion or any discussion, and to look forward and have any hopes. The only force that can defeat darkness, oppression, violence, and lack of justice is the unconditional defense of freedom and secularism. We are aware that there is no other way than solidarity to empower our strength. The Alternative Nobel Prize that we receive during these very crucial days is, therefore, like a light of hope crowning the solidarity that is so essential for us. We're trying, and we will keep on trying, to be worthy of the award. Thank you. Come, they want a picture.
We will meet again one evening by the shore of Tigris River, when this demolished land has bloomed up again. My dream is to see my country in bloom. A last-minute dialogue between two lovers who were separated by the force of war and terror. Specifically in this song, to the beautiful Yazidi women in northern Iraq and in many parts of Syria, in which actually I got a statistics, a number of over 25,000 women have been taken hostages by terror groups. And we still haven't heard anything about these 25,000 plus women in the news. We just heard about the weapons, and we just heard about how far the Iraqi army has got into Mosul, but still no news about these women. This is for them.
أشوفك بعدين في ليلة على شواطئ دجلة والأرض المهجورة تصبح بيتين. أشوفك بعدين في ليلة على شواطئ دجلة والأرض المهجورة تصبح بيتين. مكاني الصورة خريطة بلادي في الصورة حديث الأهالي عالصورة يا اسمك يا غالي عالصورة وحلمي في بلادي مامورة حروب ومواجع وأعلى الموانع وحلمي في بلادي مامورة. أشوفك بعدين في ليلة على شواطئ دجلة والأرض المهجورة تصبح بيتين. أشوفك بعدين في ليلة على جدايل دجلة والشجرة المبتورة تصبح بيتين. كلامي يا غالي عالصورة لا تمسح معالم الصورة لا وصل سلامي والصورة لو تنسى راجع الصورة وحلمي في بلادي حروب ومواجع وأعلى الموانع وحلمي في بلادي مامورة. أشوفك بعدين في ليلة والأرض المهجورة تصبح بيتين. أشوفك بعدين وادي دجلة والأرض المهجورة أشوفك بعدين
Sing along. Let's hope to see these 25,000 women sometime soon on TV screens. Thank you.